Ladies and gentlemen, welcome and thanks for joining on this glorious and amazing day, recording from Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. Talking about today, anxiety, the core anxiety, the large anxiety that most of individuals suffer, even though a large percentage of us do not know it. So just a simple analogy, there's a time where a person has a physical pain and they feel it, they know it, and sometimes it could hurt you so badly that you can't really go to work, you can't move around. And then there could be a sickness that you have day after day, week after week, and you don't even know it. It could be there for years, and that's cancer. And sometimes cancer brews people for who knows how long. Only because you don't feel the pain, it doesn't mean you are not sick. Regarding to this anxiety, there's some people that feel this anxiety because they're always scared of what people are going to think. They have a hard time sleeping, and the list goes on and on. I do not want to give the 70 examples. And then there's individuals that will say, I have no anxiety, and I would say you have no apparent anxiety. The fact that you cannot stop working for a second, you can't sit still for a second, that's one of the ways how some individuals deal with their anxiety for decades, and they're proud of themselves because they're an entrepreneur and they're very successful, or sometimes they're scholars that sit and study all day, or there's some individuals that are community leaders that are so devoted, and everyone praises them as the greatest and selfless, the most devoted people. They do good things. The problem is they themselves have so much anxiety, and therefore they get so busy. To me, that's like having the cancer and they don't even know about it. So they're run, go, go, go. So this anxiety basically exists in most of us because we have, I know this might be new to many of you, we have never accepted ourselves at our core. We have never connected to ourselves in our unconditional core. We do not even like ourselves. Definitely do not love ourselves. So when humans are disconnected from self, and I know this is hard to explain, and I will not do it today. I do it personally with people to explain in great detail what that means. Maybe one day I'll do a series of what does it mean to be disconnected. But when humans are not connected to themselves, there is fear, there is anxiety, and everyone has a different type of anxiety. But basically, you are not alive. You are not alive at your core, because if you'd be alive at your core, it would be peace and tranquility, love and harmony. The fact that you're constantly worried what people are going to say, you're worried about driving, you're worried about so many things. There's a constant worry about everything. That's very painful, because of course your physical body is alive, but you are deeply disconnected. When a human being is connected, it's very, very different. I have been fortunate to be on both sides of, I lost the word. Doesn't matter. I've been on both sides. And I know that when I was emotionally disconnected, when I did not accept myself, connect to self, like to self, and love myself, I had to be busy myself every minute of the day. I'm grateful I didn't have too much anxiety, but that in itself is anxiety. If you're busy, go, go, go. When a human connects to thyself, they could sit for hours, if not days, just doing nothing, because you are with the love of your life. And that's I'm gonna just add this before I conclude with my video clip. That's one of the signs if people did connect to themselves. If you cannot close your eyes and be in the present, and your mind is constantly rushing and thinking about what you need to do, or worried about things that happened 20 years ago, or worried about things that might happen in 15 years, and we're constantly living in the past or in the future, But what do you mean sitting, doing nothing? Well, you know, if you're with someone that you love, someone that's sitting in your hands, someone you're embracing, you could sit there for half an hour. If you're cuddling or talking to someone that you really love, time flies. People could sit and talk for 6 hours and they don't even realize it, because you're talking or you're being with someone you truly love. If one accepts, connects, likes, and love themselves, it's one of the world's greatest pleasures that most people never tasted, is just to be with oneself. For me personally, it's when I'm in nature and I'm going camping, and I start off with my little coffee, and before I know it, 3 hours passed. On a weekly basis, most times on Saturday or Shabbos, I sit for 6 and 7 hours just being with myself, and it feels like a few minutes. It is just incredible. And that gift that every human could have, that is the greatest natural medicine to avoid so much anxiety, fear, and you name it. What I want to talk about next week, and this is very powerful, and I don't even know if we could squeeze it into one clip, is where does this come that we have disconnected from self? Because every baby that's born is accepted self. We're born that way by default. We like ourselves, we love ourselves, and we're never scared of what people are going to think of us. Look at that 1-year young child that eats the yogurt all over the face, and they laugh and they smile, they're happy. When they fill up their diapers, they're not going to say, oh my gosh, what are people going to think? There's none of that. They are connected to self, and all this stuff is all external. Yeah, you're going to say because they're stupid. No, it's not because they're stupid. It's because they never disconnected from self. Where did we go wrong? Please join me next week. Until then, if you like this video, please, it helps me if you press the like button. If you don't like it, don't do it. If you haven't subscribed yet, some good videos might come here, there. Not all of them you're going to like. 110 you might. You never know. Have yourself a wonderful and delightful day. And always remember, you are way greater than you think you are.